And the first leg of the Triple Trio Wednesday night gets underway with the Nakayanva handicap. It is the second section of Class 4 1200 metres. HZ Torbjorn, one off a rating of 52. He's marked 60 here from barrier 10. Gold Baby produced an enormous effort last start to win. Family Strength, the son of Reliable Man, first up 1200 metres. How deep is your love for Alexi Bedell and John Size from barrier 1? Savvy Chic, unlucky last start. Super Magic, a newcomer, did trial twice in Australia and lead all of the way. Hardly Swears, Nordic Combined, 2 Infinity now with Jamie Richards, Colonel and Our Creed off a rating of 41. 1200 metre barrier in operation here, and Nick into Colonel. We know he likes it to lead this horse for John McNeil from barrier 9.
Yeah, he certainly does, doesn't he? And I think that's what they'll try and do with him again. There's no point changing that up, I don't think. Though he didn't lead last time, but I imagine they might try and press forward. You've got Our Creed in the race as well. He's shown a bit of pace, but he's drawn 12, so he's got plenty underneath him to try and overcome and get forward if that's to be the case with him. Six Best Friends, another one that's showing good tempo. He's drawn 2. Alex, lie on him. And How Deep Is Your Love, drawn in gate number 1. So interesting to see where he gets to, Paul.
Yeah, look, he's shown a bit of pace in this trial, so I think he'll be handy. Gold Baby midfield there, and Hardly Swears gets back, he'll be running on.
Okay, Colonel up the front there as he likes to be, and so we can hear from Pierre Ung. He's the trainer of Hardly Swears, the stable. Jet propelled it to the moment. Pierre caught up with Nick on Tuesday morning.
Pierre, you're a man who's got his team going very well. Hardly Swears, I thought, was quite an interesting runner on Wednesday night's card in race 5. He's been racing really well, this horse.
Yes, he's been very consistent. Just a little bit unlucky with the draw this time and last time. So hopefully he can handle the draw and get a better position, and he will finish off his race every time. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, he did so last time. I mean, I thought Harry gave him a super ride, and he was doing all his best work late.
Yes, last time we just lost by a length, and he picked up a lot in straight. So hopefully he can do that again.
He wears a tongue tie for the second time, Pierre. Now, you've had him, I think, for 3 runs now. Have you noticed an improvement with the addition of the tongue tie?
Definitely, there's a little bit of improvement. His balance wasn't that great before. And so we just try to get him more steady in his run, in his sprint. So I'm quite happy with that.
I guess as an 8-year-old, you're just trying to help him as much as he can, I suppose, in those latter years?
Yes, definitely. We just try to get 1 or 2 winners, hopefully, for the owners, and he can have a retirement. Yeah,
he's been very consistent, obviously a 2-time course distance winner. I wanted to ask you about the form of your horses. 7 winners from your last 28 runners. That's 25%, the strike rate. I mean, things just continue to go really well.
Yes, the horse is getting fitter and fitter, and hopefully we'll get more from that.
And just on sort of what's been so far, what would be your overall assessment of the performance of your stable and your horse? I mean, they seem to be very consistent, Pierre.
Yes, I think that's what we're trying to aim for from the first day, and they really did it from the first start, and until the 4th or 5th start, they're still doing it. So I hope they continue to do it till the 10th start.
Great to hear from an informed trainer in Pierre Ung. He's got Hardly Swears lining up with Harry Bentley riding from barrier number 11. Moving on to the next of the replays, and it is HZ Torbjorn here. Paul, just wondered where he was going to end up from barrier 10. That was my only query.
Yeah, that is the query. He's going to find this easier, though. He has been downgraded coming into this race. He's now back into Class 4. Look, he's been running well recently. Obviously, there was no match here in this race, but look, he's in the right grade now, I think. And look, I've got him in on a minor line, but he is going to find it hard with a wide draw and a big weight.
He is. I think just on the weight, 3 runs ago, he ran winning Icy down to a neck with 135. So he is capable of the weight.
Yeah, was offered a big price that tonight too at 20 to 1. There was HZ Torbjorn. Gold Baby, had to see it to believe it. He had tailed off in the early stages, but the pace was rampant hot up front here, Nick, and he still had the audacity just to drive through that gap and win.
He did, didn't he? It was a phenomenal race. I think I've watched it back half a dozen times, and you still wonder how on earth he got through the gap here, because there he goes. He's a big horse, and it's almost like he's just barged his way through without causing too much interference, and he's gone on and won. So he's clearly going the right way, Paul, but he goes up in trip this time. Yeah,
and he does up in weight as well. He's going to come up short because that was an eye-catching effort. But as you say, there was pace on in that race. I'm not going to put him on top. I'll just put him in the numbers, though.
Does he come up too short? Are people looking at that win and just saying, "Oh, what a horse"?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there was a lot of hype around him on social media after the race as well.
Okay, that is Gold Baby. One more to see here, Nick, and it is How Deep Is Your Love?
I like what you did there. More from Paul in a moment. Yeah, look, nice enough horse this. He's only a 3-year-old. I thought his trials have been good, and he's from a family, Paul, blessed with plenty of speed, and he looks to have a nice high cruising speed.
Yeah, I've really liked his trials. Barrier number 1, he's had 3 of them. He's 1,030 pounds, so he looks absolutely ideal for Happy Valley. So, look, I'm going to go with him. I think he can run well on debut.
$270,000 Inglis yearling, who was with the Hayes boys in Australia prior to arriving and did trial at Cranbourne. He's come up in the market at 6.3. Paul, are you happy with that?
Yeah, I am. I'm very pleased with that. I thought we might get a bit of a price there with Gold Baby in the race. So he's on top. Hardly swears. He's going well. He's really well rated. His last win was off 63. Gold Baby for third and 8 said Torbin. 4, 7, 2 and 1 for me.
Yeah, I've gone Hardly Swears here. I think he's a decent price, and the stable are going really well. Pierre Ung's got his team going in great form, so we'll put him on top over HZ Tourbillon, who should be able to acquit himself well, I think, with the big weight, and he's dropping down in grade, which will help. Gold Baby in for third place. He's plenty short enough, but he clearly is a horse in very good form. And How Deep Is Your Love goes in for fourth for mine. He should certainly be running well, I think, on debut, having prepped nicely. 7, 1, 2, 4 for me.
3 newcomers going around in race number 5, but it is Gold Baby who has shortened again in early betting. He's into 1.7.